Hello all, welcome to the test drive via mobile testing sessions, and this is a introduction session. So being in the mobile testing industry for many years, so I believe that I will be able to give you a complete set of mobile testing sessions, and I thank Test Trivia for this opportunity. And my name is Ravi, and I am around 12 years of experience in mobile testing and related concepts. So I'll be taking you through different sections of mobile testing, and I'll be able to give you demonstrations of different tools and techniques, and you should follow the sessions, and I'll be able to assist you during these sessions. So we have planned a series of sessions, and this is the first video in that set, and I had planned to give you an introduction to various mobile app marketplaces and mobile architecture, and how a mobile app is actually constructed, and what are all the various components of a mobile app. And also I'll be able to give you a complete picture about the mobile testing ecosystem. And also I'll be able to taking you through emulators such as Android emulator and iOS emulator and Windows Phone emulator, and how you can test them, what is the difference between an emulator testing and real device testing, and how can you really write test cases for mobile applications. And I'll also take you through the different mobile browser applications. What is the real difference between a mobile native application and a mobile browser application, and how you will really test them. I'll also take you through how to install an SDK, for example Android SDK, and in the case of iOS it is Xcode, and what are the challenges you will really face during testing a mobile app in various platforms. And I'll also be able to demonstrate how you really write a mobile test case for when you are trying to test a mobile app. You will be writing test cases in a really constructive way. You're supposed to write test cases, and that is how the process is, so you will be really not missing anything when you're testing. So I'll take you through how you will really write test cases for mobile applications, and how it is different from desktop applications. And I'll also introduce you tools, for example how you will utilize the mobile cloud for testing, how you will really test different network locations using mobile cloud services. And I'll also be taking you through various automation techniques such as Calabash, Robotium, Monkey Talk, and in that context I'll also really introduce you Sikuli and Telerik. And away from this, away from the core mobile testing concepts, I'll take you through how you can usability test an application, and what is really a call performance testing, how you can test the battery of your battery consumption of your mobile app, And also I'll be able to demonstrate a tool called Little Eye. And in general, I'll also be able to take you through how you can be advanced tester rather than being a novice tester or just a tester. So with my experience in testing and this domain, I'll be able to help you in being a good mobile tester. So that is how it goes. I'll also give you few introduction sessions in telecommunication or mobile applications, how it really mobiles really came out into the markets, and how you will really tear down a phone, etc. So to start with, I'll just take you through the presentation a little bit. So some of the mobile facts which is like of last year, and this year's facts are already out by the time of saying this, because I read that almost 1.1 billion mobile phones, Android mobile phones, going to be shipped this year, and overall 2.4 billion mobile phones and gadgets will be shipped, like it's including PC. So almost half of them, or more than that, will be smartphones. So this has a lot of future in it. So I'm sure that these sessions will help you become a mobile tester and help you become an advanced mobile tester, and thus you will bring out quality mobile applications. End of the day, all it matters is quality of the product. So a mobile user, a smartphone user today, they have the power of deleting an app or removing an app. In seconds they can remove an app. So in iPhones it just takes 3 to 4 seconds to remove an app. You long press and it's giving you delete option, and you press the delete button and it's gone. Same way, even in Android, you go to the applications and you just force stop, or you just uninstall it. And so meaning that providing a quality application is going to be the lifeblood of the whole ecosystem. And almost 1 million of applications in Android marketplace, and almost similar number in Apple App Store, and Windows App Store is really catching up very fast. So smartphone users spend at least 30 hours in their phone in a month, meaning that at least 1 hour in a day. I really don't believe that it may be even much more than 1 hour a day. So like if you are using Facebook or Twitter or Nimbus or WhatsApp, so you just keep looking at it and you browsing it. For example, if you use Opera browser, or you browse through websites, and so this is how it goes. And so I seriously believe that it will be more than the numbers recorded by the units. So now I came to a small section called Mobile Handsets and Application Ecosystem. This is a page 1 of my slides, and we need to know who is around this, and who are all we really deal with, so that we will be able to address them, correct? So OEMs, original equipment manufacturers. Samsung is the top mobile OEM in the world as of now. Apple, Nokia, which is ZTE, BlackBerry, Huawei, and BlackBerry is almost like it's gone now. But other players like LG and Sony and Motorola and Toshiba and HTC and Lenovo, Sage and JCB, even they make robust mobiles. Like, so these are the people who make the hardware, and so you can find out each one of them have a home page, and you should take a look at that, at least their homepage at least once, because so in the beginning I just wanted to tell you that these sessions will guide you through so many things, but there are multiple things you need to do by yourself. So I will keep telling you that you should take a look at that in Wikipedia, you should take a look at, you should Google it, you should go to your browser and check it. So you should really take a note, and then you can pause the video and go there and then check it. So it's good that I tell you in the very beginning of our sessions, so it will really help you. So you can pause now and check their homepages: Samsung homepage, Apple homepage, and Nokia's homepage, wherever they they have detailed out, and they have given what are all the latest models and what are all the specifications. You can take a look at that. You will get an idea about it. So HTC, for every OEM has a history of it, and for example Google gave HTC to make their first G1 phone, and now Motorola was purchased by Google, and Sony and Ericsson both making mobiles, and they split up, and now Sony themselves making mobiles. And for example ZTE, it's one of the biggest provider of mobile phones in China, and you should take a look at their website. And JCB, they make robust mobiles. They came up with an Android phone. You should take a look at that. And next comes the network equipment manufacturers. So Ericsson, Nokia, Siemens Network, Huawei, Juniper. These people make the equipments. So you have a mobile phone and you call. You have a service provider. They allow you to call, and that lands into a network equipment, and that is how I put them there. So they are our backbone to make a call. So next, chipset and board vendors, for example ST, Ericsson and Qualcomm, ST Micro Electronics, and then Ericsson, they formed a group, and they deliver chipsets and boards. Qualcomm, they now you may be heard about their smartwatch initiative, which is a wearable hardware. MTK, MediaTek, and M-Star. I think MTK purchased M-Star, and they are the biggest board vendors. You should take a look at their website. And Broadcom, Atheros, NVIDIA's Tegra GPU, you should check. You might be knowing CPU, which is the central processing unit. GPU is the graphical processing unit. Now things are actually happening in that way. There is a graphical processing unit render the objects for you. Like for example, you are playing a high-end game, and this graphics cards you may be heard, and these GPUs help you to render that. Now there are like parallel processing, and there are concepts like parallel processing. It will your GPU will share the load of your phone so that the performance increases. And so there are concepts like that. You should be able to read that. Like if you read, if you're a constant reader of technical magazines like TechCrunch, Mashable, you might have came across that. Intel and Texas Instruments and Freescale, and so these are all the chipsets and board vendors and service providers, like where you really use their SIM cards to call 3G 4G services. Three, it's in UK, and Vodafone, it's in UK, India, and Sri Lanka, and Airtel in India and Africa, MTN South Africa, Singtel Singapore, Telstra Telecom Australia, AT&T in US. So these are service providers. They really help you to place the call and then give you the data access to your network, to your mobile phone. So that is how they take a serious part in our ecosystem. And mobile OS, mobile operating systems, so which is Android and top of the world now, and iOS, Windows Phone, which is really catching up fast, and Java MIDP, still a lot of users using Java MIDP, and BlackBerry, which is actually gone now, Symbian, which is again it's gone, and Bada, it is Samsung's operating system, which is deprecated now. WebOS is, earlier it was Palm OS, and then they they sold to HP, and then they converted the name as WebOS and probably deprecated, or probably LG maybe purchasing it and then making phones on it. It is also Linux based. It is actually an amazing OS. Because of loss of support, it was kind of deprecated now. Jola is another Migo port, and Ubuntu Edge, and which is again it's a good OS, but actually there is they tried to campaign it and then make a phone, but actually it was not successful. Maybe I feel that in the future they will bring out a phone on that. And then Firefox OS, the web first approach they try to make, and they try to make a OS and all that. So you should take a look at that in the Google it about Firefox OS and how the screen look like. And then app makers and developers, who is the our backend, like, so they make they make the app and we test it. So for example, very famous WhatsApp, Nimbus, and Real Racing. I love that game. Runtastic, is it a good application? You should try that. Running with Friends, which is Zynga, which is the company who made this Farmville, and then they are actually downside, and now they are successful with Running with Friends. And then other applications like Opera browser is another application. If you are using an iPad, you should really check Coast by Opera. It is amazing browser for iPad. So that is how it goes. And here is what here is where we will really work, because the app makers and developers make the app and somebody will test it, and that's going to be me and you. So then ad networks, like, so in order to app makers or developers to make money, they have to display advertisements in their mobile apps. So then ad networks like AdMob was an independent company, and Google purchased it, and then Mats, one Smarto, and AdNear, it is location based advertisement company from Bangalore, India. And so Interactive, Ripple, iAds from Apple again, InPacket, and MobID, LeadVolt, AdInch, and AdPhonic, Amobi. These are the companies. Every company have different websites. You should take a look how they really work. Ad networks, these people give you an SDK or a code snippet where you can just insert it inside your code, and then make your app and then push it into your markets, and there you will be able to they will be able to push advertisements from their servers. So you will see an ad that may be coming from one of the ad networks, which is displayed here, and the publishers reach out to them and they reach out to the developers, and developers indeed put the code in their code base, and they display in specific placeholders specific ads. And for example, I am Coke or Pepsi, I go and reach out to Amobi and I'll tell them, so please display my advertisement in iPhone 5, 5C, 5S. They then check with different developers who is associated with them. So they send the data who are all the 5C 5S users, and they push the ad there. That is how it works. There are some videos about how this whole ad networks works. It was there in AdMob and definitely there in some other websites, so you should take a look at that. Mobile test clouds. So this is really specific to our kind of work, which is mobile testing. So there is company called Device Anywhere and Perfecto Mobile and Skirako Cloud and C-Test Cloud, Cloud Monkey. So these are all the mobile test clouds where we cannot test our mobile application in all the mobile phones which is available in the market. So these are all the mobiles, real devices connected in some server somewhere else, and they post that screen into your desktop, and you can really install and test your app in these devices. So each of them have a video, but I will be demonstrating them by myself in the remaining videos, so you don't need to really worry about that. We will just take a look at that what is really about in the coming videos. And here we have the page 2, and this is app stores. So these app stores are now extremely popular, and every Android mobile has a Google Play, and Apple App Store is available in iPhones, and Windows Phone has its own marketplace, and I can be able to showcase and demonstrate it in a specific video right next to this, so you will be really going to see that. So OV Store and GetJar, and it was completely moved to Android now, and Mobango and Amazon App Store. So now there are even third-party app store, very interesting app stores. Slide Me, these are all other app stores where you can download different games and apps. Maybe in Google Play it may be $1 or $2, and in, for example, in Mobango or some Slide Me app store, it may be completely free. So you should really take a look at the other app stores as well. So this is where our developers put their apps inside there, and our users download it. Before doing that, we test it in the middle. So we make sure that the apps which is uploaded there is at right quality. That is how people call us mobile testers, mobile application testers. So that is how it goes. And the other part of the ecosystem, like mobile app test crowdsourcing. What is really crowdsourcing and how people do that, and what is the benefit of it, and then everything we will take a look at those things in the coming remaining sessions, and I'll really cover that later. And for you, if you are interested right now, and then you can just simply pause the video and then go to one of the websites, for example Mob for Hire, that they pay you money if you do the testing. So you just need to register it, and if they have a relevant application that has to be tested in your hardware and your network location, they will really contact you, and then you will be able to test and get paid. And hybrid app making tools like Accelerator, PhoneGap, and SensaTouch is a framework. RHO Mobile Roads is another hybrid mobile app making tool. PhoneGap, for example, PhoneGap, you can make an app in HTML5, and for example, the app can be delivered in different platforms. For example, in order to make an Android app, you need an Eclipse, and you need Android SDK, you need so many other tools which is related to that. In order to make an iPhone app, iOS app, you need to have a Mac, you need to have an Xcode, and you need to have Cocoa Touch, and for example, you need to have that relevant environment. But if with the help of PhoneGap, you can make an app in one framework, and it will be delivered in top three frameworks. For example, top three platforms. You make an app in one place, and it will be delivered in for Android, it will be delivered for iPhone, it will be delivered for Windows Phone. In the case of Android, you need an .apk file, Android packaged file. In the case of iPhone, it should be .ipa file. In the case of Windows Phone, it should be .xap file, in order to you to upload it into the relevant app stores. So these hybrid app making tools will help you to give you just that. For that, we have separate session, and we will take a look at that in some time. So there are authorities and forums and bodies who really moving this industry forward, and taking a control of things that happens. For example, 3GPP, Third Generation Partnership Project, and OMA, Open Mobile Alliance, OHA, Open Handset Alliance, which is controlled by Google, and it's in Google's initiative, and NFC Forum, Wi-Fi Alliance, Bluetooth SIG Group, GCF, FCS, IEEE, ITUT. So we will check out and take a look at each one of them in one of the sessions. So if you're interested right now, you can go and take a look at their homepage. And test automation tools. There are native tools, there are cross-platforms tools, there are paid tools, there are open source tools, and we will pick up the best tools out there. For example, Calabash and Robotium, and C-Test, which is again, it's a paid tool, and UI Automator for Android, and which is again free, UI Automator for iOS, Zucchini and Test Plant, which is a paid tool, Silk Test for mobile, again paid tool, and Telerik, it's iOS, it's free, and you can test even web apps immediately after you are installing. It's an app which goes to your iPhone, and then you can test it directly from your iPhone. Android Monkey, I'll be able to demonstrate each one of them later. So that is we have a good number of sessions and demos planned for that, so you will be able to see each one of them in the upcoming sessions. So other initiatives like Limo, Linaro, Mobile Iron, it's for enterprise mobility, mobile antiviruses, mobile VAS, and Flurry, localities, and we will check out each one of them and their why they are there in the ecosystem in the remaining sessions. So this is how our whole sessions are structured, and I will relook our introduction one more time. So we will check various mobile app marketplaces, and in some time and then mobile architecture, and then applications overview, and then components of it, and then now I had given you an overall ecosystem overview, so that we will, when you really go and check out the emulators and simulators and all that, you will be really have some good idea about it. So I wanted to tell you again, these are the sessions that make you a good mobile tester, and you are going to help people to get good quality mobile applications in their mobile phones, and applications that's going to help them in critical times, and applications that is going to entertain them, that applications that is going to help them to earn money. So the applications to help them transfer money, like banking applications, etc. So there are so many other things, that so many various possibilities around there. So an application which is buggy and is not going to add any value to the user. So we will look at the mobile application in functional perspective and also the usability perspective, and being an advanced mobile tester, you are going to do just that. You are going to deliver that. You are going to have a lot of responsibility and commitment and compassion to deliver great mobile apps to the users. So with that note, I will end the introduction session of a test trivia, a mobile testing series of sessions, and I'll see you in the next video.